Okay, we're live. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. My name is Kate Finman. I am the foster marketing coordinator for City Dogs and City Kitties Rescue. Thank you so much for taking time to join us on this sunny Sunday afternoon. I'm currently joined by 9 wonderful fosters and their foster pups, each of them looking for their forever homes. Each foster is going to have about 5 minutes to show off and answer questions about their dog, and feel free to throw your questions in the chat of the live stream. All right, now that the intro stuff is out of the way, let's get started. Up first is Celeste with Foster Puppy Meg. Meg, along with 6 of her siblings, was rescued from Bladen County, North Carolina, and is 3 months old. She's about 12 pounds and she's a lab mix. So Celeste, can you tell us a little bit about Meg and what her personality is like?
Sure. So she, just to kind of give everyone what Meg's living in a household. I have 3 rescue dogs, and so we took Meg in as a puppy, and she's been wonderful. Her personality is she's brave, she's fearless, and she's smart. She's learned so much so quickly, and she is highly food motivated. So she is a joy to work with on the training. And we've learned how to sit in order to get a treat. And I'm trying to get her to, oh, there we go, girl. So she knows how to sit for her treats, and she knows when to go outside. She's not house trained yet, but we're working on it. And she knows that when we go to the door, she goes outside and she goes potty, and she gets treats for that. So she's doing well with her training. And like I said, she's pretty fearless. Loves cats, loves dogs, good with everybody, good with people. She's learned how to walk stairs. She's learning how to walk on her leash. She loves to play. We have toys all over the house. She loves tug of war. And she loves to, as you can see, she's very treat motivated. Good girl, sit. Good girl, sit. And she loves her bones. She loves her chew toys, but she's been, like I said, a joy. She stays, she doesn't chew the furniture, which is a bonus because none of my dogs do. And so it's good. She doesn't see them doing it. Kate, I don't know. Can you see her?
Yeah, we can.
She's a beautiful dog. She's got beautiful color. She looks like she's got probably some shepherd in her, maybe even on a little bit of hound from her paws. She's a good eater. She's a great sleeper. She loves, she takes her naps. She's right here. She takes her naps, and she sleeps at night, so she doesn't have her days and nights mixed up. She's good on that. But truly, I think the biggest thing about Meg is she is fearless. Like, she has just lots of curiosity, lots of personality. She has no fear when it comes to the bigger dogs. She loves the cats. So she's great. I mean, I can't say enough about her, just how much fun it's been to have her in the house.
She sounds like the perfect puppy.
I could say that, but she's still a puppy, right?
Oh, of course. What would you say Meg's ideal day would look like if she could do whatever she wanted?
So she, like I said, she loves to play with the cat. She loves to play with the dog. She loves to play with her toys. I have a playpen, which I don't close off. I just have her sitting in she can go in there and decompress, get away from the other, the rest of the day. But her ideal day is eating, running around, napping, eating, and then running around and napping. So she's pretty much got her day planned out. But that's what she loves being outside. Here. She loves the outdoors. She gets her curiosity on. She loves to sniff. She loves sticks. So trying to teach her how to fetch. So she's good. Like I said, she's a smart puppy.
That's awesome. And what is the one thing you think that makes Meg the most special?
I think personally for me, I mean, I've had dogs, lots of Fosters, lots of dogs, just how smart she is. Honestly, I mean, she picks up on things very, very quickly. It took her about a day to figure out how to navigate steps. It took her, maybe a day and a half to figure out if I open the door, she goes outside. Took her less time to figure out if she sits, she gets a treat. So she's a smart puppy. So that's one of the big things for me is she's constantly thinking. She's working out a problem. If she can't get herself onto something or into something, she's constantly working the problem to figure out how to do it. So she's a smart dog.
What a good girl. And what a good sit right there. Well,
no, I'm telling you, like she learned the whole sit for a treat. We got that down. So
awesome. Well, thank you so much, Celeste and Meg. You can find more information about Meg and how to adopt her at bit.ly, bit.ly/adoptmeg. Awesome. Thank you so much. So next, we're going to move on to Old Red. Katie, if you want to turn on your camera, awesome. Red is a 12-year-old, 50-pound hound mix from West Virginia. And just
Clayton County, North Carolina, actually.
Oh, North Carolina. Sorry about that. And look at those ears. Red is being fostered by Katie and her family, and he's available for our reduced senior adoption fee. So Katie, can you tell us a little bit about Red and what he's like?
Yeah, well, we've had Red for 2 weeks now, and he is just the sweetest boy. From the day that we got him, I'm sure he was really scared, but he was so gentle. We have 2 young kids in the house and another big dog. He's been, appropriately, I think, respectful of our big dog's space. And so gentle with the kids. And it's just so evident that he loves being a part of the family. He loves being around with us. He wants to follow us around. The only exception is he does get towards the end of the evening, he will go put himself to bed and he sleeps really well. He does really well sleeping and napping in his crate, although still working on, he figured out that we were trying to entice him in there by doing like treats and food. And so then he would only put his front 2 paws in and keep so he's very smart, I think, too. So he's coming just every day. I think that Red gets better and better and will be such a special dog for somebody.
So cute. When is Red the most happy?
Well, food time for sure. He loves eating. And we've noticed a lot of growth though. At first it was almost very desperate, to get the food. And now he seems to understand that he will get it. He even, is getting better about when our other dog is eating, he's like, okay, I have to wait, and he's there. He's not happy, but he's getting a lot better at that. But really just being with us. I asked my kids this morning that question, when do you think Red is happiest? And my son said it's when he's with us. He loves to just be with us. So.
That is so precious. Can you tell us a little bit more about how Red interacts with your kids?
Yeah, as I mentioned, we were really impressed with how gentle he is. When he's taking treats, when he's or just anything, and his mouth he seems to understand to be very careful. He's curious about them. We of course told the children that they really need to give him space. But he'll come up to them, and some mornings I'll come out. Oh, there we go. Oh, Red, buddy, good boy. He actually doesn't do that very often, so he must be showing off. But I'll come out from the bedroom, and he'll be up, curled up with the kids, watching a movie or watching a show. He loves it. So he seems to he really views them just like James and me. He doesn't seem to get at all triggered by toys or anything like that. So.
He has a lot to say about his love for your kids.
No.
How does he interact with your resident dog?
he interacts really well. I think he's looking at him. Lito has walked into the room. He does well. I think he I think seemed wary at first, and then they get along well. I mean, he seems to really respect Lito's space. He doesn't try. He's not at all like trying to be assertive or dominant with Lito. And I think they both kind of like having someone else in their pack.
That's so cute. So what is your favorite thing about Red?
It's just been so rewarding for us seeing him in our family and being with us. My husband had hand surgery on Monday and has had a kind of rough recovery from it. And Red just jumped up on the couch and just stayed with him the whole morning one day, like for hours, just didn't move. And just watching him get more and more comfortable with us, letting that howl loose a little bit more. And I can't wait for him to, hey, buddy. Oh, he's he has dermatitis, and that is Red. I think he gets, so we're working on that. He was being even like with me, gentle. He's literally barking at his own skin. I think he gets frustrated, but he's a little bit, anyways, he just likes being with us. And that's, I think, my favorite part is just watching every day him get a little more comfortable. Bath time, he's really great, and gentle. So we can't wait to see, more tricks that he can roll out once, especially, once he gets his health all stuff in order, and he'll be good to go.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Katie and Red. What a cute, great guy. For those watching the live stream, you can find more information about Red at bit.ly/adoptablered. Awesome. So we have a little shepherd mix up next. We have Adoptable Xena and her incredible foster Carrie. Xena is a 2-year-old, 50-pound shepherd mix from North Carolina. So Carrie, can you give us a little intro to Xena?
Yeah, we've had Xena for 3 weeks. And she's just been settling in so beautifully. She's a total sweetheart. She just wants to sit and cuddle with you all day and follow you around to whatever room you're in. She loves belly rubs. She loves sniffs. She was not like potty trained at all when we got her, that we could tell, but she's like super smart and she's picked up on it really fast. And she's really attentive, so like she's just super curious about everything, and she's very responsive, so like she knows what she's like allowed to do and what she's not allowed to do, and she's really good in the house for like a dog that, as far as we can tell, like has never lived in a house before. And it's just been an absolute treat having her. We have a dog as like we have our own dog as well, who's also, we adopted her from City Dogs also, Ladybug. She's a hound mix, and Ladybug was like a little jealous when Xena came in and started getting our attention. And Xena has just been like so chill about it. And like really like after a couple of days, they both became very comfortable, and now they just play together all the time. Because Xena loves other dogs. She just wants to play with every single dog she meets.
That's so cute. Can you tell us a little bit more about how Xena plays and what her favorite toys are?
She really loves like chewy toys. And she loves tug of war. Her and Ladybug play tug of war all the time. And her and Ladybug like play fight a lot. And Xena's like really smart, so she always goes for like the high ground. Like she'll get up on the couch and like and go for Ladybug there. And she loves to like chase around and like try to get other dogs to like jump and play with her. And she'll get on like her belly and like wriggle underneath our other dog and to try to start playing.
So cute. What is Xena's favorite treat, and does she know any tricks for it?
She knows sit. She doesn't know any tricks yet. I think her favorite treat is definitely peanut butter. She's a big peanut butter fan. And she likes greenies a lot too. So she loves her little greenies. She'll take them into the corner and protect it to make sure that Ladybug doesn't steal it from her. But she'll pretty much do anything for a belly rub. So
Sit is awesome, and oh, what a good belly rub. She looks so happy there. What would Xena's ideal day look like?
Well, she likes to get up not super late, but she like won't wake up at like 6. She'll wake up at like 7 or 8. And she wants to get up, and she wants lots of pets. She loves her morning pets. She likes to go on walks, and I think her ideal day would have like a lot of play dates with other dogs and some really nice nap and cuddle time. And then her favorite time of day, I think, is bedtime. Like she loves, like when we all go to bed together, it's like a little herd. She's like, okay, it's bedtime. And then she wants to come up and, get up in the bed or sit next to the bed, like when we're all up there. So that's her favorite time of day.
That's so precious. What is your favorite thing about Xena?
She's just so sweet and gentle. Like when she stares at you, like her eyes are just so pretty. It's like she just stares at you with so much like love and trust and happiness. She's just like such a sweet soul. So I love her eyes and how calm and like just happy she is. She just like wants to give you her love. She's a very good girl.
So cute. And what do you think an ideal forever home would be for her? Like apartment, home with a yard, kids, no kids?
She really likes kids. She's very gentle with them. I don't know how she interacts with cats. Like we just haven't seen her interact with cats, but I think she would love a home with another dog or with a yard. But I mean, like we have a townhouse and she's perfectly happy. We don't have like a backyard as long as she gets a couple walks a day. I think anyone who wants to have their dog with them quite a lot of the time because she loves attention.
She sounds absolutely perfect. Thank you so much, Carrie. More information about Sweet Xena can be found at bit.ly/adoptxena, and Xena is spelled Zenna. Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, up next, we have an adorable little boxer mix named Scooby. Scooby is a 55-pound and 1-year-old dog currently being fostered by his amazing foster, Trisha. Can you turn on your camera, Trisha?
Yeah, there he is.
Awesome. This is Scooby. Trisha, can you tell us a little bit about what Scooby is like?
Sure. Scooby is a love. He just loves to be like leaning against you or snuggling. He thinks he's a lap dog, even though he's almost 60 pounds. Sometimes when I sit on the floor with him, he just comes over and sits right on top of me. It's so funny. He's pretty chill and calm. He has no anxiety when I leave the house. I mean, he's great in his crate. Like I've only had him for a week, but from day one, he was very, very well behaved, very polite. He doesn't misbehave. He's never chewed anything he's not supposed to, or he doesn't even bark very much. He stays quiet all night and sleeps in and doesn't wake me up. So he's just really, really an awesome dog. Very gentle, very friendly. He's a good boy.
That's so cute. I know you have cats. How does Scooby interact with your cats?
He is really good with the cats. He's from the moment he first walked into the house, he just politely sniffed them and said hello, and then like let them be, and just it's no big deal. He's just kind of like, oh cool, there's cats, and he watches them. And when the cat has the zoomies, sometimes he wants to play, but he doesn't really chase them. And he's very, very good with them. Like one of my cats is a senior, 18 years old, and he just is, leaves him alone and knows to give him his space. He's so sweet about it, very well behaved. He'll just give him a little sniff if he walks by, but he's great with cats. He would love a home with cats.
That's awesome. And can you tell us a little bit more about what his ideal forever home could look like?
He just wants somebody to love him. He wants to be near you. So, a house where he could get some attention. It doesn't have to be like a huge household or anything like that. I think he also gets along well with dogs, so he could fit in almost in any type of household, I feel like. With where he is, with me, it's just me and the cats, and he gets, he loves it here. But I think he would do fine in a household with family as well. He just loves, he likes people. He likes to be near you, kind of follows me around, wants to be in the same room, that kind of thing. But he's not a Velcro dog in a negative kind of way. So, and then he'd prefer a house without stairs because he has some congenital back knee issues. So I think, a couple entry stairs or something like that would be fine, but just not a lot of stairs to go up and down every day.
Awesome. That makes a lot of sense. How does Scooby spend his time?
He's a little lazy. He does like playing with toys some. He like right now, he just decided to start chewing on his bone right before he got on camera. But he isn't super high energy, like he's been pretty calm. He's still getting comfortable. Like I said, I've only had him for a week, but I've seen, from over the course of the week, he's gotten a lot more comfortable around here. And he's got little bouts of energy where he wants to play and stuff. When I've seen him the most excited is when he finds a stick outside, gets very excited about that, wants to carry it around. And in my backyard, he wanted to play with the sticks, and he was trying to get me to fetch, but I don't want him to run too much because of his knees. So, yeah.
That's so cute. A little bit more about Scooby's knee injury. He does have a torn CCL, but our rescue has fundraised for his surgery, and after that, he'll be perfectly good as new. So if you adopt Scooby, you could have a dog that plays fetch eventually, and it sounds like he's really playful and cute.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then just finally, what makes Scooby special, do you think?
He's just a love. I mean, he's 60 pound, looks big, but he's just a love. Like I said, he thinks he's a lap dog. He loves hugs. He loves leaning against you. He's just so sweet. He's been really friendly with everybody. He's met a couple of my neighbors and just immediately was friendly with them. And he's very in tune with me. So I'm enjoying watching his like goofy personality come out and enjoying, snuggling with him. He's a good boy. I love him. He's going to make somebody a great dog.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We are big Scooby fans here. More information about Scooby can be found at bit.ly/adoptable Scooby. Awesome. Thank you so much, Trisha. Up next, we have total sweetheart Celeste and her phenomenal foster, Anjanette. Anjanette awesome. Thank you so much. Anjanette, can you Celeste is a 2-year-old 40-pound hound mix from North Carolina. And Anjanette, can you tell us a little bit about Celeste's personality?
So Celeste is a shy little girl. She takes a little bit of time to warm up. We don't know much about her background, but she is definitely timid. But she is the sweetest little girl. She's very gentle. She gets along great with my dogs. She does great with cats. But she definitely takes some time to warm up. But she's a sweet little girl. She just wants to be loved. She gives little kisses when she's comfortable. Yeah, she's a good girl.
Look at that sweet little happy tail wag. Now Celeste has one of the best transformation stories I know, and it's still going. Can you tell us a little bit about what Celeste was like when she first arrived and the progress she has made since?
She has made tremendous progress. When she first came in, she was, even at intake, she was curled up in the corner, just shaking uncontrollably. We had to carry her to the car and then carry her inside. She was just not comfortable at all. She pretty much lived in my bedroom nonstop. She would nervous pee on the bed. She had just had to be carried everywhere. Everything was scary and terrifying to her. You can tell from different behaviors that she unfortunately was abused. And so she just needed to learn to trust. She won't walk on a leash. She's terrified. She was terrified of outside. For the longest time, I couldn't even get her to go outside. But now she loves to go outside. Still can't get a leash on her. So a fenced in backyard is a must with her. She's opened up and is very smart. You can see right now she's working her way through a puzzle toy. And she just loves to snuggle. She just wants to get head scratches and be around me. And she is absolutely in love with my dog. So I think she'd love a sibling just to kind of be her buddy and be her safe spot. Yes, you good girl. You good girl.
So sweet. I'm so proud of her. How does she like to spend her days now?
She's pretty chill. She, in spite of her generalized anxiety, she has no separation anxiety whatsoever. She spends most of her day just chilling, sleeping, laying around. When she gets her chance to go outside, she does now experience some zoomies, which is great to see. She just runs around and has a blast. Hi, gentle girl. Yes. She's pretty low maintenance. She doesn't require a lot. She just really is happy kind of being on her own and getting some love and head scratches and snuggles at the end of the day. And yeah, hi, baby. She's a good girl. Hi.
She's so perfect. You told us a little bit about how Celeste needs a home with a fenced-in backyard. Can you tell us a little bit more about what Celeste's ideal forever home would look like?
She's actually, as long as you don't require much of her, she is super easy. She will not be a dog that you can just go take long walks or hikes or take to the winery. That's just not her. That's not a safe space to her. But in the house, she is fine with other dogs. She warms up quickly to people. As nervous as she is, I had a friend over here the other night, and within like 10 minutes, she was giving my friend kisses. So she is really, really super low maintenance. She has met some of the neighborhood kids and has done fine with them. Probably would be best with older kids because just the quick movements of smaller kids, but she's been fostered with like teenagers, and at one of her foster homes, like the teenager actually became her person. So she wanted to be with him all the time, and it was his bed that she chose to be her safe space. But I'm on my own with just other dogs, so she doesn't need a family. She's pretty versatile as long as she has a safe space inside and that yard. But other than that, she's cats, dogs, other animals are fine. She probably wouldn't do good with a young puppy. She does in the neighborhood, she does get along with all of my older dogs in the neighborhood, but the puppies kind of freak her out. When she wants to play, she kind of wants to chase and be chased. She doesn't like to be jumped on and wrestle. Like that's not a safe thing for her. But she'll do a little play bow and try to get dogs to chase her and chase after them, or get me to chase after her. She just loves to do her little play bow and say, "Come get me, come get me."
So perfect. And what's your favorite thing about Celeste?
She is just so sweet and so gentle, and she's being a little standoffish right now, but I love at the end of the day, She is like the little bed snuggler. She will come over and just want her head scratched and scratched and scratched. And if you dare to put your hand down, she will just kind of nudge under your hand. Come here, mama. Come here. Come here. Come here. I know. I know. You know I'm talking about you, don't you? But she'll just want you to scratch her head, and she won't want you to stop. And she'll just kind of lay her head on your arm or your leg, and it's just, you know, she's just this calming little soul. It's almost like as much anxiety as she has, her gentleness is just sweet and calming. I've had to do some various travels. So she's had 3 other I've had her since August. So she's had 3 other foster families, and every single one of them has just said, oh my gosh, this girl is so sweet. She's so gentle. She's so loving. I think all of us wish we were in a position to adopt her. Unfortunately, we're not, but we all, I mean, to know her is to love her. She's just such a sweet girl. Yes. And string cheese is her absolute favorite. She will do anything for string cheese. Yes. Hi, mama. Hi, mama.
So you all heard it here. A requirement for Celeste is a home with string cheese. She's so sweet. Thank you so much, Anjanette and Celeste. More information about Celeste can be found at bit.ly/adopt Celeste. Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, now joining us is Adoptable Amira and her amazing foster, Karen. Amira is a 7-year-old, 45-pound hound mix who's available for our senior adoption fee. She's from North Carolina. Karen, can you tell us a little bit about sweet Amira?
Yeah, she kind of fell asleep. Not that you all weren't fascinating, but anyway, yeah, this is Amira. We call her Mira, but she answers to both. She is a gentle soul. She's very easygoing. We have 4 cats and another dog, and she gets along with everyone. She just is, she's very much an indoor dog, which is interesting because I've never had a dog who was so content to stay inside. I mean, she does enjoy a walk, but you kind of have to, like, not drag her, but really encourage her. And once she gets outside, she likes it. She really enjoys walking through the woods. I know we're not supposed to do this, so maybe I shouldn't say this, but I can take her off the leash and she stays by my side. Like, she never even thinks about the only thing she'll do is she'll stop and sniff. She does love, because, you know, she has that hound in her. But she's never, like, taken off after another dog or an animal or anything. She's just a very, very sweet girl.
She's so cute. I know you have some resident dogs and cats. How does she cohabitate with them?
Great. She actually defers. The cats have now taken over her crate. So initially she would sit outside the crate and kind of whimper, but now she's just given up the crate and she sleeps on her bed. And then of course, cats being cats will move over to the bed, and yeah, she just finds her own place. She's just very easygoing. She's not afraid of them by any stretch of the imagination. Same with our dog, who is 3 years old. He will get pretty animated and like nip at her ears, and she doesn't get upset, but then she's also definitely not afraid of him. Funny, this a few days ago, I'm not quite sure, someone dragged the dog food out of the cabinet. I don't know which one. And I walked in, and Rupert, my other dog, immediately started growling at Mira as if it was Mira's fault. And Mira was just so relaxed about it. Like, you know, whatever. Yeah. So, yeah, she gets along really well. And she also, on a walk, I have no problem with her encountering other dogs or other people. My other dog will, especially like mail carriers or UPS people, he definitely has a reaction to. And Mira's, she'll woof if my other dog barks, but she doesn't get upset. She enjoys meeting new people.
So sweet. What is her favorite food?
She likes just about anything. Yeah, she has a very good appetite. But one thing I appreciate, she doesn't beg. So although I know she would eat my breakfast if I gave it to her, she doesn't, sit at my side and, give me a hard time. But yeah, we're all vegetarians here, so it's not like we have steak laying about, but yeah, she really doesn't necessarily have a favorite. Yeah, I think kale, she doesn't eat. I've noticed that if I drop a piece of kale on the floor, she won't eat that. But other than that, she's pretty much anything.
What a good girl. And what would her ideal day look like?
I think her ideal day would probably get up around 8:30 or so, have her breakfast. She definitely wants her breakfast as soon as she wakes up. And she'll be outside for a little bit, and then she just likes to come inside. Fortunately, I've been home, working remotely, so she likes being around people. I don't think she has separation anxiety, but I know if I'm home, she likes to be in the same room as where I am. It's interesting. She doesn't do stairs. She doesn't go upstairs. She'll go downstairs to the basement, but she doesn't go upstairs. So if I'm upstairs in my bedroom, she doesn't come up there, but she doesn't seem to get upset about it. So I think her favorite place is the couch where she is now. But she definitely enjoys a walk. Like once she gets outside, she will walk for a half an hour, and she loves, just exploring.
So sweet. And what would you say makes Samira special?
I would say just that she's very easygoing. I mean, she's not usually so sleepy, but because I've had other dogs and own dogs, and we do a lot of dog sitting, and usually there's something that kind of sets them off, and she just rolls with it. Like I said, she's not afraid, but she just doesn't let things bother her. So yeah, it's just she's very chill, which is, I don't know, that's just nice to be around. Makes you, it calms you down too.
Definitely. We all need that in our lives.
Yeah.
Well, we'll let Amira go back to her nap. Thank you.
She's probably going to perk up as soon as I turn off the camera, right?
Thank you so much, Karen and Amira.
Sure.
More information about Amira can be found at bit.ly/adoptamira. Awesome. So next, meet Adoptable Miles and his wonderful foster Frankie. 1 second, let me pin them. Okay, awesome. Frankie is a 3-year-old 50-pound lab mix from North Carolina. Miles is a 3-year-old 50-pound lab mix from North Carolina. Too many names. Frankie, can you tell us a little bit about Miles?
Yeah, this is Miles. I would say he has 2 modes. One is indoors and one is outdoors. So indoors, he is lovable, just wants to be petted, gives you his belly, sits by your side. He has patiently watched every single other dog video before his, just waiting for his turn. And then outdoor Miles just wants to walk and sniff. If you want to go on a 3-hour hike, he can keep up with you. If you just can only take him for little walks, he'll take whatever he can get. So I'm trying to figure out the best position. Like you said, he's 3.5, so he's a nice, he's a house trained dog. He doesn't sleep in a crate. He's never had an accident except one time diarrhea, but that was probably my fault. I probably let him have something he shouldn't. Otherwise, he's never had an accident, and is totally house trained, but still has that puppy energy because he's only 3.5.
He's so sweet. I will say, anytime I've met Miles at an adoption event, he's always the first to flop over for a belly rub.
Yes.
I know he's a smart boy. Can you tell us about the tricks he knows?
Well, actually, I'm not a very trick-oriented dog owner, so he will sit for his food or for a treat. But honestly, I haven't taught him any other tricks. I have a teeny backyard, and we have played fetch a few times. But it's a teeny backyard. But I imagine he would be good at that with a little more space and a little more practice, would want to play fetch. Yeah, no other tricks necessarily. He knows to kind of keep his distance while people are eating. And I'll sometimes give him a treat, but I wait not from the dinner table, but after the humans have eaten, I'll sometimes give him a little. And he appreciates that, but he doesn't pester me for it.
That's really important. That's great. What would Miles' ideal day look like?
Well, I think his ideal day would be the weekend when the humans can be around all day. So I do work full-time out of the house. So he has a neighbor who walks him midday. So during the weekdays, he has a morning walk, a midday walk, a dinner time walk, and a bedtime walk. But on weekends, these walks are usually longer and more frequent, and he loves that. So, yeah.
He's so sweet. What is your favorite thing about Miles?
My favorite thing about Miles, he is persistent. When he wants to be pet, he'll come right up and sit on your lap. He'll nudge you with his nose to get you to pet him. So he'll be pretty persistent to ask for what he wants, which is petting and attention. But eventually, if you can't, he'll give up and he'll go play by himself. He has a few toys, he'll play by himself. He'll take a chew toy or something else and go play by himself, or he'll just settle down. So I like that he's independent, that he asks for what he needs, and is very connected to people, but then also has this ability to kind of just manage by himself and be independent. And the walking energy. I think he'd be great with someone who does want to do, longer walks or frequent walks or hikes. I have not been as brave as some of the other fosters in terms of letting him off the leash. But we have said hi to a lot of other dogs on leash, and he's always been fine. And I've taken him to an area, actually a congressional cemetery, where City Dogs does its transfers. And there's sort of a dog evening there, and all the other dogs were off leash, and he stayed on leash with me. And he was just able to, say hello to dogs, stay on leash with me, even though everyone else was off leash. I have a puppy dog neighbor who he'll play with and not get too annoyed with. So we've had a lot of fun, both, indoors and outdoors.
He sounds like the perfect dog. Oh, he's also so tired. It turns out that Sunday afternoon is nap time for dogs, I guess. But he's so cute. Definitely whoever gets him will be super lucky. Live stream viewers can find more information about Miles at bit.ly/adoptablemiles. Awesome. Thank you so much, Frankie and Miles. We really appreciate it. Up next, we have Adoptable Chevy and his amazing foster Madison. Chevy is a happy 2-year-old 45-pound lab mix from North Carolina. Madison, could you turn on your camera? Awesome. Thank you so much. Could you give us a little intro about what Chevy and what he's like?
Yeah, so this is Chevy. As you can see right now, it's definitely nap time, it seems, for all the dogs. But Chevy is a really chill, happy-go-lucky guy. He loves to cuddle, is absolutely a cuddle bug. And he also loves to be outside. He loves a good walk. He gets along with other dogs and other people, children. He's definitely really shy and timid when he meets new people. Takes like 5 minutes to warm up if you're in a house, but on the street, if someone reaches down to pet, he gets a little scared, but not at all reactive. Just nervous. I think everything is so new for him, but he warms up really quick. He's absolutely perfect. Totally, a great dog. It feels like I've had him forever, and it's been 2 weeks. He sleeps great at night in his crate. Doesn't make a peep. He's great crated or uncrated during the day if you leave for a few hours or something like that, and he's big tail wag when you get back and happy to see some family and friends.
So cute. How is he on walks?
He's good on walks. He loves to sniff, and I think he does really well on the leash, but kind of zigzags a little bit. There's a lot of new smells up here in DC, so he's good on the leash, but definitely likes to sniff a lot. He does great on the leash. He's really doing well.
That's awesome. And what do you think his ideal day would look like if he could choose?
I think his ideal day would be, we wake up in a good big morning walk, a lot of time for sniffs, and then a good chunk of the day just kind of spent cuddling. His personality in the last 2 weeks I've had him has really started to blossom. He's really playful and likes to learning to play with some toys. They're all, as you can see this here, they're all it's all a little new for him, but I think a big walk sometime during the day just to chill and cuddle, and he kind of plays with himself, has a bone he likes, and then a big evening walk. I think that would be his great day. He's kind of a perfect half and half mix of a hiking and a long walk buddy, and really playful, but also down to just get belly rubs and cuddle on the couch for a movie.
Oh, he knows what he wants. So sweet. What types of forever homes do you think would be a good fit for him?
I think he would do well in any sort of home. I think it would be great if he had a family that liked to be active. He's 2, so he's not too high energy. He's super mellow, but I think he does love to explore and go on walks. So a family that's active, I think he would do well. With children or without children, he does great with kids. At the in-person adoption event, 2 little girls were kind of pulling on his ears, and he just was sitting there and hanging out. So I think he'd do great in any family. I think he'd probably love a backyard, but I don't think it's a requirement by any means. I'm in a 1-bedroom apartment here, and he seems perfectly content. So I think he'd be great with a house with other dogs. He hasn't met any cats yet, but just from his really mellow disposition and how he gets along with other animals so well, I think he would probably be fine with cats, but it would have to be tested.
That's awesome. And if anyone is interested in adopting Chevy but has a cat, we do offer a week-long trial adoption period and some help on how to introduce dogs and cats. So that's definitely an option. What do you think makes Chevy special?
I think what makes Chevy special, 2 things, just how chill and mellow he is. I really appreciate that in a dog. And I think that despite being shy, he is, playful, and dogs can be jumping on his head. Puppies can be jumping on his head, sniffing all over, and he just goes with the flow. He's a really happy-go-lucky, mellow guy. And then the second thing that makes him special is just how much I think potential he has for his personality to keep coming out, for him to learn new tricks. I've gone on a run with him, and he, did well on the run. So I think that he has a lot of potential to, be a dog that likes fetch or different sorts of activities.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Madison and Chevy. He looks so comfy. People can find more information about Chevy at bit.ly, bit.ly/adopt Chevy. Awesome. And then last but certainly not least, we have Desmond with his foster dog, Demi. Demi is a 2-year-old, 70-pound shepherd mix. Desmond, could you turn on your camera? Perfect. Awesome.
Yep. So you can see. Yeah.
Could you tell
So
us a little bit about Demi?
Yeah. So Demi is, she was asleep, but she's after waking up now. So basically, she's a lovely dog. She's a shepherd mix. Although I've read, you know, I've done a little bit of research, and it seems that she might be a Carolina dog. But anyway, she's a lovely dog, very friendly, very mellow, and very gentle. And she's quite determined. You know, when she goes out every day, she loves to sniff and she loves to go for squirrels, and she sort of like prowls around the neighborhood and likes to you know, like wait at the bottom of a tree and just look up at the squirrels or chase them if she can. But there's never any harm done to the squirrels. But I mean, there's always a lot of intent. But fortunately, the squirrels always get away. She's very well behaved, and she's very curious. So basically, overall, just a lovely dog, very easy to deal with, very easy to handle.
So perfect. What does Demi do in a day? How does she spend her time?
So basically, we sort of get up around 6:30, and either I'm the first up, or she'll be sitting up here on the sofa, and she'll be looking towards my bedroom, and she'll be sort of yawning or, you know, flapping her ears or whatever. Sometimes she might come into my room and sort of, you know, sort of wake me up. And at the sound of my jacket, you know, she's all ready to go. She goes over to the table. She's ready to go out for a walk. When we go for, basically, we go for several walks a day. But I mean, they generally tend to be around the neighborhood where there's certain areas she likes to go because, you know, there's squirrels. Dupont Circle. She loves to go around Dupont Circle. Then a big favorite is either to go to the dog park north of Dupont Circle or west of Dupont Circle. And there she loves playing with the bigger dogs. You know, this sort of, you know, they sort of jumping on top of each other and sort of nipping each other and different things like that. And then when she's back here, you'll see that on the ground that there's some bones and things like that. She's not a great dog for toys as such, but she'll periodically go after the bones and be going into the bone marrow. But when she's in the house, she tends to lie down on this sofa, or I have another sofa, and she'll she'll fall asleep or whatever. She'll sort of sleep and sort of observe whoever's in the room. And then if I have guests or things like that, she's always very keen to meet them and that, yeah. But so basically, that's sort of her typical day. I mean, she'll have a long walk in the morning, a reasonably long walk in the evening, and you know, 1 or 2 quick walks during the day. And then at night, I just put a few treats in her crate, even though she doesn't sleep in the crate. And then I turn the lights out, go to bed, and I don't hear anything from her until the following morning.
She sounds like such a good girl. Can you tell us about what she's like on walks? Does she sniff a lot? Does she like other dogs?
She loves sniffing, and you know, she's you know, I mean, as soon as she goes out of the apartment, she's you know, she sniffs everywhere she goes. I mean, I've fostered 3 or 4 dogs, and I mean, definitely Demi is very much so. You know, there's some dogs and they like to run out there or whatever else, but Demi is very much so a sniffing type of dog. And then she likes to follow, you know, again, chase squirrels up in Dupont Circle. She'll be sort of prowling around and you know, chasing squirrels up trees and things like that. And then the other thing is the dog park, where she likes to play with other dogs. Or, you know, like as we go for walks, if there are dogs who, you know, who pass by, she's always keen to meet them.
So sweet. Does Demi know any tricks?
She wouldn't be a great now trick dog, I would say. I mean, she will sit down when I ask her, like, if there's food or treats or things like that. But I haven't actually sort of taught her many tricks. I mean, there's a puzzle here on the table that I sometimes put things into, and she goes through the puzzle and, gets the treats. But beyond that, no particular other treat, no particular other tricks.
She sounds so smart with that puzzle. Very impressive. What makes Demi special, do you think?
I think what makes her special is, I mean, she's obviously had a hard life, and she's just a lovely dog. She's very chill. She gets on well with everyone. She gets on very well with other dogs. I mean, other than squirrels, there's really there's no animal that she doesn't try to sort of get on with. She's very, she's very easy when you go outside, very easy to walk, very easy on a leash, very good company. She likes her trips to the dog park. She's well regarded by everyone. And then in the apartment, I mean, I was told initially when I got her that she might chew at things. I mean, she hasn't chewed at anything here, and she just likes to lie on the sofa, have her nap, observe what's going on, and meet and greet as people come in, and even I find with other dogs, if I go out for an hour or two or whatever, you come back and you'd be wondering, well, you'd like sometimes the dog would be, there'd be some separation anxiety or whatever, but in her case, not at all. I mean, she always welcomes you back, but she's very chill.
She sounds absolutely perfect, and I love her ears. Whoever adopts her is going to be so lucky. Thank you so much, Desmond. People can find more information about Demi at bit.ly/adoptdemi. And all right, that's the end of this event. Thank you so much to our wonderful fosters and their pups for joining us, as well as everyone who took time out of their day to tune in. Look at all of these dogs sleeping, so cute. If you're interested in any of these dogs or any of our other wonderful pups, please visit our website to learn more. We're also always looking for more people to foster, and if you can't foster or adopt right now, spreading the word about these adorable cuties also makes a huge difference for them. All right, thank you so much, everyone, and we hope you have a fantastic Sunday. Bye.